Alrighty, old matey potatoes, it is time. Let's get the right screen up, see if we're clever enough on this Sunday to do it correct. Yes, we are. Good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, or wherever you are in the world. Lovely to see you. I'm your host, Noppers. This is an 18v18 match in the Hell At List tournament that's been going on for a little while now. And the 18v18 tournament. And we're just getting set up now. Today we're seeing Chimera play the Otters. And look, I'm excited for this one. I've got to be honest with you. This is going to be a really, really, really good match. The reason I state that is because I've seen both of these teams play now. Chimera, of course, the varying degrees of Chimera I've watched play over the last couple of months, streaming a few of their things. When Otter, I just saw them last weekend and watched how they played. And I'm pretty excited for this matchup here. How does the 18v18 work? Of course, it is the best of three, 30-minute matches, and the map we're going to be fighting on is sainte-marie-du-mont, but we're actually going to be fighting on a specific point. That's what the 18v18 is about. It's the specific point of Hugo's farm, and the 4 grid squares around Hugo's farm. So I'll show you that in a second, but I'm just going to point you towards how we got to where we are right now. You can see there, this is the Winter Invitational component of it. So the 18v18 goes on throughout the year on and off. And just down the bottom there in the center, you can see it's OTTR versus Chimera. And how those two teams got there, of course, you can see the flow through for OTTR along the bottom there. Having lost in the first round of the wild card up the North American upper bracket up the top left there. For Chimera, they made it through a couple of rounds there and then lost against OPPHB and then got delegated down into the lower bracket there and played against 10th Mountain Division last weekend. I managed to stream that one and they beat a 10th 2-0. So they managed to bump through here to the round 45, I guess we'll call it. OTTR, of course, last weekend, I managed to also stream that one against the 20th. That was a bit of a late notice one, and I got most of the matches done, but not all of them. And OTTR, of course, beat the 20th pretty soundly there, to be honest. So I'm expecting both teams to bring their A game today, and they're going to have to because both teams are pretty damn good. And based on their current form as well, it means that it's going to be a real good matchup today. Only one of these teams is going to get through to the North American Losers Final. So the final 6 there in the middle of the screen that you can see. Far left-hand side, the winner of 45. That is the one team from today that will be playing up there in the final 6 in the Losers Final. That's what they've called it. The other team is out. So this is it. This is the last chance for these two teams to actually get through to the finals. I wish them both best of luck. Of course, I'm not aligned with any specific clan. I'm just an Oceanic caster, so this is why I pick up a lot of the Chimera matches. But in all honesty, I cast for anybody. Whoever needs me to cast for them, I'm more than happy to support. So I'm looking forward to this one. I think it'll be a pretty good matchup. All right, let's have a bit of a look-see here at what's going on at the moment. What do I want here? I don't know what I actually want to put up on the screen. Probably just go across the main screen, can't we? Just to give you an idea of what's actually happening here. Where is my main screen button? Try this one. Go. Across we go. Rid of that tune. Okay, so for the first matchup, it will be Chimera will be Axis and OTTR will be Allies. And I've got the two icons up the top there, as you can see. Chimera will always be the blue side, because I'll stay on the Chimera team. And that way you know who's whom. And you see there they're doing the setup now for Hugo's farm. The way this works, they set a couple of Garys up to the south or north of the point, depending on which side it is, of course. And that's the spawn point for the teams. They can build OPs within those 4 grid squares around Hugo's farm. But the important thing as we zoom in here to Hugo's farm, the important thing to note is that the players must stay inside those 4 squares. If they go outside of it, they've got 10 seconds to get back in. The referees are all over that sort of stuff. As I said last weekend, I ran a little tournament like this last year. It was a 5v5 or 6v6 tournament, actually, called the 5-Team Invitational. And yeah, it's actually quite exciting, this low-level stuff, this small squad stuff. So, yeah, we will look forward to seeing how this works out. We can see the Chimera team are actually setting up markers there of where they want their squads to go already. So, you know, that's them getting their match prep up and running. Be interested to see. Let's have a look. It's just been turned. It's just been capped. I've just got to keep an eye on here. I have a battle timer. Let's see if that's coming up in the top corner there on the screen. Yes, it is. Good. Okay, so I do have a battle timer, and I need to kick that off at the right time to make sure that we get the 30 minutes, because we don't get any comms on it, of course. It's just we're watching and waiting and seeing when they actually start. Take a quick look here at Hugo's farm area, of course. You can see the guys there are just moving around the side, getting ready in their starting positions for where they want to start. The Hugo's farm area, of course, is fairly open, but you don't have tanks to worry about. So that's interesting. There's a few other little rules that you can't have this and that and the other. Just watching what Chips is doing there. Where's he? He's up in the top middle area here. So they're just setting up. Chips is just getting up to the boundary there. There's a squad up there at the top corner. You can see there's another squad down that way where there's Chimera guys are sort of spread out as well there. And we'll watch for that as we go in. Hugo's, they're fairly open, of course, but once you get into those buildings in that area there, I guess the right-hand side of screen there where all those trees are, that's probably the most a viable spot for attacking or defending, because you've got quite a bit of concealment from with those trees, and the buildings kind of make it hard for anyone to see your approach. The other thing about Hugo is if we just drop down a little bit, there is a little bit of undulating terrain. So you can see how there's a little bit of a slope, a little bit of a hill area. Once you control the high ground, that actually is quite important in this game because it gives you oversight over those guys running along the hedgerows and stuff on the right, far right or far left. Looks like it's about half. So I think the way they do it is they get the cap point to half point, or they get the cap point fully capped, or something happens. So we'll just watch that briefly. I'm just going to flick out of screen here so I can hit the timer when it starts. So I think they get it to the halfway point and they say go, go, go. So we'll just watch for movement and we'll click the timer. The timer might be a couple of seconds out. I can't do any better than this, unfortunately. Here it goes. It looks like it's about to go. And there it is. That's the half point. Mav just moved in. Okay, that's him moved in. They'll be getting ready now. So what happens is Mav moves into the zone. Chips was already in there half capping it. Now it's good. I reckon they'll go at 119. That's what I reckon is going to happen here. Let's see. Ready? Looking for movement. No, they held. All right, they maybe go at 118. They need to get it right on the timings, of course, because you don't want one team to be unfairly disadvantaged. So what happens is Chips was capping. Once he capped to the halfway point, Mav jumped in to the zone as well, because remember, sector capping is anywhere within that sector. So those two guys, see they're both stepped inside the zone. Old mate will be up here somewhere. That means it's now equally capped. And, I reckon they'll go at 118. That's what I reckon is going to happen. So we'll just keep an eye on that. It's quite exciting, folks. I've got to admit, this level of play over 4 grid squares is pretty cool. The way I ran my little tournament, I actually didn't have them capping a cap zone. There was random objects all over the field that were given as their targets for the match they were playing, and they had 5 battles each. Each squad had 5 battles against 5 different squads, and then wherever they placed at the end of that, they were good to go. 118, there it is. That's what I expected. We are away, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to watch the 18s. Chimera versus OTTR. If you're not pumped already, you should be, because this is going to be pretty fun. We'll look for the early shots here. I'll just get that camera stable. We're just going to watch the squads come in nice and high. And just see where they're actually running to. We are back here on the edge of the boundary, as you can see. So the boundary actually starts just in front of us, and we will get into some of the close action. By all means, get in chat. It's about 5-minute chat delay there, folks. I do have 5-minute delay on the stream, so there will be a delay in responding, and I'll likely not talk too much to chat. But get into it in chat. I want to see some great chat there. I want to see you barracking for your favourite team, and it looks like OTTR are just getting the upper hand here as they push in. Chimera really have to make their way across the paddock fast here. There's an early rocket there from Hagrid, of course, and there's Major, basically Zach. And there's a counter rocket. That one's missed as well. The rockets haven't gone real well there, folks. But a couple of machine gunners there up the top corner there from a Chimera. I can see them and already putting rounds down range. The OTTR guys have definitely got the upper hand here. They've made their way into the buildings pretty well, and they're right up there. But, of course, Chimera on the other side of the hedge. Boom, there's first blood there. 2 down already, 3 down. Big kill straight up. Kingsley Jaeger's down as well. Kingsley's there on the side. Heavenly and Huller coming around the outside there. Fanatic Duck, Chuck Cuckham, he was one of the best players from OTTR last weekend. And see there, straight away, he's picked up Vapor. Lupus is looking around the corner there, seeing him pick up Chuck. Chuck was a 7-kill streak there at one stage and took out a bloody OP. But look at that, Chuck's got 2 down as well. So nice work for Chuck. He's done the early kills. And OTTR definitely got the advantage of the upper hand here on the point. There's only two Chimera guys. Now there's only one Chimera guy left there. So OTTR, first blood, has gone well for them. And they've picked up most of the Chimera team off the first push. So we're going to see now Chimera going to have to consolidate and redeploy. But they've got all of that ground to run across their... to get to the point. So they're probably going to try and push up here. Now, last weekend, we did watch the battles were fought on Hugo's farm again. There is a selection process that the teams would go through to pick the points. And Hugo's farm came up a couple of times. And right now, though, from that battle, those battles, we remember this area here was quite important because it is high ground and it's an important control area for either team. OTTR were very, very good in pushing out here when they had capped the point already, and then cutting around the back of 20th Panzer Grid is down through where we're looking right now and cleaning up their back line. So Chimera, for them at the moment, having lost the first point, they really, really need to hold, well, not the hill only, but where Caledonius is right now, that needs to be an absolute hold point for Chimera. If they lose that ground, I think they'll be in all sorts of trouble for this match because it's very hard to push across open ground and get that terrain back. But you can see straight up, Chuck's just been picked off, but Fnatic got the counter kill. And there's kills and counter kills going on here at the moment on this top area. And I think OTTR will understand, of course, that this area is pretty important. Nice kill there from Jaeger, I think, on Fnatic Duck. So they are doing good trade here, Chimera, but they are on the back foot already. Well done with OTTR taking that first point. Geez, they got across those fields early and quickly in that center area and managed to get to the cap point pretty quick. Nick here hiding in the, or NCK hiding in the trenches, of course, but just doing a little bit of defensive play there. He can't really go too far. He's got oversight from his right and his left. And there's some rockets coming in now. Interesting thing there, Goose putting rockets into the point. I guess they're trying to take out that long-range fire that's coming in towards them as they try and push up. This area here we're talking about is, of course, another very critical area to push up because Chimera here, being the attacking team at the moment, have got all of this nice terrain that they can move up without being shot at too much. But once you get up to here, it gets a bit funky because there's all sorts of little angles and gaps in between things. And you can see there that Mav's doing the duck, dodge, dive, dip and dodge to try and get through. And there's a nice long machine gun there from Guardsman right at the back there. Let's go up and have a look at what he's up to. Oh, no, he's relocating now, the bastard. Of course he is. Red Baron obviously rates himself with a rifle at long range. He's way the fuck back here. That's got to be a couple of 100 meters away. And he's able to pick people off at long range, whereas I can't do that. Look at that. Bam, Bubbles has just gone, oh, shit. And here's Baron now trying to... Oh, he's didn't counter shot. Nice shots back from somebody, possibly Jinx, not sure. Nope. Somebody in the middle there where Heavenly and Pell are, perhaps. Pell, of course, very good long range shooter, and Mav, a very, very good player as well. These guys have been working pretty hard up through here. Here's the machine gunner. There's Guardsman's managed to move his way up into a nice defensive position. I've run into a tree, and he's just been picked off. Of course, that's the problem with machine gunners is as soon as you open up, everybody knows where you are. So that's the end of that. Scripture here holding position for the flank shots as they run through. Chip's now throwing a few grenades forward just to let Pell know he's not welcome in this particular area. Now Pell's going to run around. Is he going to have the skills to take on these two guys? That is the question here at the moment. Scripture and Chips figure that he's dead by the looks of that. One little point I should make here, and pretty important one. Teams can't go above shoulder height above the terrain. So this is fine here where he's standing on that dirt effectively, but if they try and get up on fences and shoot, then that's a no-no. Here's Scripture, yeah, nice kill from Pell. He's an automatic rifleman. He's looking around again. He's picking up, he's picked up 2 there. Great work from Pell. And now here's Chris JT down pushing back. There's a rocket. Oh, big rocket through. Pell's got the eyes on for Hagrid now. Hagrid to be reloading, of course, and Pell will get the upper hand on him. Here's the kill on Hagrid. Nice kill from Pell. So he's picked up 3, pushing into the point now. Ira just got to be careful here. Pell's a very, very good player, usually a recon player. Can he pick up Visor as he comes through there? Pell's right on top of him. That's a fascinating little thing here. Pell's up in the building now. We're going to watch that. We're going to try and get in there and get nice and slow through. And we'll just watch for this little play here as Pell puts his face around the corner. No, he's been picked off. Visor's managed to pick him up on the stairs. Well done there on the defensive play. There's a big surge there. They know they got people in the point. This is great, great stuff here. So there you go, folks. It's on for young and old in the point there. They've surged a big force back there. Might give Chimera a chance to get some troops up the north here. But Chuck's there, and he's going to be doing some pretty good solo work, I reckon, here. Chuck was just a very good player last weekend, and we already seen him do some good work today as well. Okay, how far into this battle are we? We've gone, oh, folks, exciting, 7 minutes. This is the 7-minute mark, and we've got potentially 3 of those. Nice kill from Chuck there on Hulla. And let's watch the Chimera guys now push in against Chuck. See if they can actually get through Vapor. Oh, there's a nice kill from the side there. Big long range shot, that one. Lupus now pushing across for Chuck. Of course, there's the open field problem here. As Lupus has got Steak Fries guy on the left there and Chuck at the front. And he needs fire support, but he's run off by himself, and that's Lupus dead now. There's an OP right there that's just been shredded as soon as they spawned in. Interesting spot for an OP. Chuck's managed to flank that. Very, very good play here from the OTTR guys. And then a grenade to boot, and another grenade as well, just to make sure the carcasses can't do anything. And that's the end of that OP and all of the players there. So, wow, a lot of work here for Chimera to do. But nice kills there on the 2 players that were pissing them off from that left side here of the screen. They've managed to kill those guys, and Chimera have moved up nicely. This is great play from Diesel and Heavenly. They've pushed up to this point. Now they've got to hold this area so that the Chimera guys, the Chimera squad leaders, can get their OPs up. OTTR have got a real problem here on this flank right now. They've got a couple of guys now spawning back in, but they've been pushed way back real quick. And yeah, you know, that's problematic for them. So they've been pushed back about 100 meters by pretty good play from Chimera. Jesus, I've got to slow down that camera. And now they're really on the defensive right now on this flank. See, look at that. They can't move anywhere. They're trying to get their sights up as soon as they get out of their OP zone. Here's Diesel running through. Oh, Diesel's been ambushed by basically Zach there. Nice work by Zach. So Mega Goon now. Here we go. A few more people coming up. Big machine gun on the left here. Someone's doing the spray and pray. Who's that? Doc, yeah, Doc down there putting the spray and pray on that hedgerow. But while we were watching that, of course, we've just seen the surges come up here. Chimera now putting real pressure on OTTR. They've forced them all the way back to the hedges again. Kingsley wore a grenade just there in the face. Here's Nick and Pell. Pell's got the kill, and Scripture's got drop on him. Yes, he has. There he goes down now. Machine gunner off to the left. Putting some fire support in. Goose is down. Shep's got the kill there. Mav's probably going to pick up Shep. Possibly, yeah, Shep's down as well, running out in the open there. Wow, this is pretty good, exciting stuff. This is pretty exciting play here right now, folks. That machine gun's going off. He's just covering the whole road, shutting down any play there from Chimera. Mav's up in the point. I think he needs to probably get his OP up there and just do a surge play. We have got 20 minutes left. 20 minutes left in this match, folks. So it's anyone's game at the moment, and this pressure is pretty good from Chimera, but OTTR have been up to the task. They've held that, and now we've got the big surge up to the, well, what is it, the east, isn't it? I think it is, yeah, the east. Chimera putting another surge on the east flank of the game, the match here, and look, just a point on the side there about the win, must win. Everybody must win. These guys must win 2 matches here. Whoever wins 2 matches goes through to the finals. So they've got to throw the kitchen sink in on this one. And, you know, maybe lobbing a few kitchen sinks at the enemy might slow them down a little bit. Who knows? Here's a nice little play in the middle here. But Kingsley again against JFK shot first. And he certainly did. And he picked up Kingsley. Lupus now knows he's there, though. And he's got the drop on him as well. JFK, well played there. Nice work there as well. And it's great to see everyone in chat. Good to see you all, folks. It is a 5-minute delay, so I can't really interact with you too much. And it's too exciting too. Anyway, right now we've got a commentator about what's going on the screen. Vapo now, picked off by Chuck. Lovely flanking move by Chuck. Bearded trying to get across there and get the flanks on. He's got a bit of a problem there on that right side again with Chuck controlling that bottom flank. Let's see if they've got the eyes open for it. And I don't think he has. He hasn't even got his weapon up. Bam, bam. 1-2 from Chuck, but then Jaeger managed to pick him up. So 2-for-1 trade's not what the Chimera guys want, but that's certainly what the OTTR guys want. And well played there. Max Pad's holding off there nicely against the gang coming through. Here's another Chimera push up to the east side there. The west side has slowed down a lot. The OTTR guys saw that was a pretty bad flank for them, and they've managed to push the Chimera guys out of the point again. So we're back to where we are, or where we were sort of about 5 minutes ago, with Chimera pushing in this nice little area here on the right. OTTR just holding on. OTTR definitely got the flank on the left there, fairly controlled at the moment, and we'll just have to see what happens. Kingsy's catching all the grenades, absolutely catching all the grenades here today, old Kingsy. So Poor bastard. So when you have one of those days and every grenade's got your name on it. Anyway, all right, have a quick sip of the drink here. Here's another nice push here in a defense play. Oh, I tell you what, it's brutal in there, isn't it? That was great play from Diesel and Butter. They've managed to pick up all of the OTTR players, but they can't really push up because there's another defense. There's another defensive play there. So we'll have a quick look at allowing through some of these messages. Apparently, Stream Elements doesn't like you using the term loser. What? Whatever. So I've let Abinus messages come through with the term loser in it because, you know, whatever. Auto moderation, sometimes I don't get it. Anyway, apparently calling someone a loser is deeply insulting, I guess. Anyway. Yeah. A winner of this match plays the loser of ESPT OPHB. I wonder when that match is, actually. If Happiness could let us know, that'd be great. But Chimera just again starting to get the upper hand here on this right flank from Chimera's perspective. There's a rocket coming in. Tell you what, there's been a few of those there. Zach's pushing one across. The Chimera guys are sort of doing that. It's a little bit of the walkie weave, isn't it? You know, they walk and weave left and right and sort of try and pop their heads around the corner. What I'd like to see a little bit more of is people actually in consolidated position. So Jinx and Heavenly just put their bodies on the ground here and hold position while the other guys move forward. What I'm seeing too much of amongst these teams is everybody moving at the exact same time in a squad means that if someone's got a defensive position where they're static, they are most likely going to trim more of your guys than you are of them. And that is what I have observed over a year of comp streaming and playing as well. So Jinx is doing the right thing here where he is holding position most of this and allowing the other guys to move around. And, you know, he's watching for that sort of stuff coming. And you can see the Chimera guys can go around but Zach can't get a good shot off. See, he's put 2 rockets down range. They've been wild shots. A little bit unlucky, maybe not. But that's because Jinx was there holding position and allowing the guys to run while he put fire support in. That's how you do it, folks. That's what you want. So I'm not seeing enough of that from Chimera. I'm seeing too many people move, and that's why they're getting cut down quite a bit. But the other thing that's definitely happening here that OTTR are doing very, very well is they're getting these flanks and they're owning it. So, you know, Caledonius is now moving down here with Bearded. We must be close to the edge. Yeah, we are. So you just see that just inside the edge there. So there's not a lot of maneuver room down here. And Doc is just covering that flank completely. So OTTR are able to get people to come up here like Chuck and actually flank the Chimera guys, but Chimera having a devil of a time getting around that way. The good news for Chimera at the moment is they've got people along this hedgerow. Kingsy's finally stopped eating grenades and he's actually inside the point a little bit. Let's have a look at the left flank now. It's been going down here for quite a while. Same guys still trying to push up through the same area. Tough going though, isn't it? Tough going. We are at the halfway point, ladies and gents. And we're probably about where we were at the very start of the match right now, except that, of course, OTTR hold the point. And the way these matches work is whoever holds the point at the end of the 30 minutes wins. So whatever happened in the first 15 minutes is kind of irrelevant as so long as the team, you know, each team is trying to capture the point. If there's a standoff in the at the end of the match at the 30-minute mark, and the point is being contested, we go into overtime, and it's automatic overtime. And now Chimera are just starting to get that cap weight into the point from that far side there. We can see they've got the bodies up there and the bottom area here as well. They've just managed to get in the point, but the trade is going to not work in their favour because the OPs are pretty close for OTTR, and they've just started to cap it back again as well. But it's only 1 or 2 bodies in it at the moment. I don't see any OTTR there off to the left of screen up there where Chimera are pushing in, but I also don't see the Chimera guys calming in too quickly. So this is really interesting here. They're kind of static at the moment along that hedgerow, but they do need to control that area, and that should be the key. And there we go. The cap's starting to happen again. These guys on the right from Chimera have been working their ass off to get through this absolutely brutal defense. And perhaps the kitchen sink has been pulled out right now as we start to see the point being contested. So excellent work from both teams here. Look at this. It's blinking. This is exciting, folks. This is what you want for a playoff for the final, isn't it? 14 minutes to go and the point is vigorously contested by both teams, and it's down to small arm stuff right now. Mav just picking up one player there. Counter shot there from Guardsman. Nice kill. Bubbles is in the point there just around the back. Mr. Cheese was in. He got picked off by Scripture, but he managed to pick up one person as well. Pell nailed by Chips, who Pell got nicked though. It's a trade and a trade and a trade, isn't it? 1 for 1 for 1. Goose is working around the outside where Chips is right now. Chimera still pushing up the top left of screen. You can see they're gradually grinding their way across. This is the stuff that you want. OTTR really need to get bodies up to that top left now and control that area, or they are in a lot of trouble, folks. They're in a lot of trouble because if they lose that area up there, it's going to be hard to unroot Chimera from the point, from that particular area. And they are fighting it pretty hard at the moment. I'm going to get in amongst those trees and have a bit of a look at what is actually happening. Look at this. Bullets coming from everywhere. And this is the problem for OTTR right now, is they don't know which way to look, some of these guys. And they've got OPs around us. Here's Megagoon around the back here now, trying to push forward. As soon as they come out of this area, there should be fire coming in based on the control. And there it is. Diesel with a nice camp spot right there has picked off Megagoon. And there's a machine gun as well, making it very, very difficult for anybody from the OTTR team to come up. Doc's actually moved from his defensive position way back behind us, and he's come up here on the right. He's picked up Butterdog there. There's a rocket from OTTR coming in now. We've got Steak Fries guy now on the tree, and he's been picked off there because there's not a lot of cover. That's the obvious piece of cover that he was hiding behind, and he's been picked off as a result of it. Chimera's still working the point here, and they're just getting numbers into the, what we call Bunnings or Home Depot if you're from America. So that's our Bunnings right there, ladies and gents. And Chimera need to try and cap that. OTTR have got to get some bodies forward. You don't really need to be in that building. You need to be up at the hedge on the other side of it where Hagrid is. And that's good play there. So Sheep God's been picked up by Kingsley inside there. That's nice work from Kingsley. Kingsley the Grenade Eater, that's what we're going to call him. Bubbles is now moving around the back of Hagrid now to see if Bubbles can actually clear Hagrid out. Let's see what happens there. Oh, look at this. Hagrid's managed to pick up Bubbles. Nice kill there. Cheese and KO right there. And they just spawned in time to see that and picked off Hagrid nicely. Jaeger now on the point as well. Great work here from Chimera coming around and pushing into the point. Now we've got the OTTRs guys coming inside the building to try and defend against this Chimera away from the right of screen. And so they'll be looking, let's have a look what it actually looks like from their perspective. And we get in here and have a quick look around, and you can see, oh, grenades coming in there. You don't want to be standing in that doorway at any stage. Jinx is trying to push that. Bam, nice kill from Jinx. Rocket out from Zach there has picked off Jinx off to the right. And now he's come out just to put some bullets in to make sure the body was dead. And I think, you know, zombies must be a fear in this game because everyone keeps neutralizing carcasses. Zach's been picked off there, camping at the doorway in the open. Rockets from Chimera there. Kingsy's put one in from the back there. Chuck Cuckham is going, oh, I don't want to be a part of that. Let's get through this wall, shall we, and see what Chuck's up to. All right, Chuck's pushing up. Diesel's coming around the outside there. They've missed each other. Oh, 2 kills there from someone off to the far side there. Great kills. Here's Chuck doing his thing. He's picked up a couple here already with a bit of support from behind. Heavenly now watching for that. He's going for that machine gunner. Bam, Chuck's picked up the machine gunner. And oh, he's finally been picked off, but he killed about 4 people there. Whoa, that rocket was close. Heavenly had to duck that one. All right, where are we at? 10 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ, I don't know if I can do this for an hour and a half if we have 3 matches. It's stressful. It is stressful. Can you imagine what it's like being one of the players down there at the moment? Pel's getting flanked here by Nick. They know each other's there. They've heard each other walking around. Pel's got a bit of trouble there. He's going to run away and he's going to get shot in the back for his trouble. There we go. Mav and Kale coming in now, and one of them has to defend that OP. They've got to get up to where Nick is here, or NCK. I'm just going to call him Nick. Sorry if that's not your name, mate, but they've got to get up here to where Nick is and hold this building so their OP is still safe back there. That is a tough ask, though. This OTTR defense has been up to task at the moment. Over the last 10 minutes, what we've actually seen, ladies and gentlemen, is OTTR managed to hold Chimera at the same hedgerow that they were at about 7 or 8 minutes ago, I guess. And that's what they want. Oh, big rocket to the face. That will not buff out. That will not buff out. Lupus now pushing in again. A lot of smoke here makes it challenging. Lupus not looking left. He's gone with the I don't care about the barn option, and he's paid the price for it. Oh, but there's a grenade in the middle of the barn. Now, we know, of course, folks, in case you weren't aware, there are no satchels. No satchels allowed. So this is why you don't see the satchel of doom getting slapped on the outside of the Bunnings there, because you're not allowed to have satchels. So rockets a go-go. Here's Visor. He's trying to come forward again, being picked off. The Chimera guys are now pushing into the same area here, and they are controlling it pretty well, but they're just unable to take stock of what they need to move forward here. And they don't have someone permanently set here. I don't understand it. Why would you not have a couple of people here? Look at the people coming out from OTTR where you could just be picking them off as they came through this area. Oh, anybody with a rifle would just be picking them off, picking them off. This is such a good spot for two people. Jinx is there, back again. So Jinx is doing the right thing, folks. This is the right thing you want to be doing, is have someone there. But he's about to get flanked, though. He wasn't watching. Jaeger got picked off, and he didn't actually see that happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back to the same spot still with 8 minutes to go. Someone needs to do something. Somebody shoot somebody. That's what's got to happen here for Chimera to crack this defense, and it's just not happening right now. Just not happening right now. So this is such good play. Chat, of course, is 5 minutes behind. Stream is 5 minutes behind. 5 minutes delay here. There's the Gunner of Doom at the back here. Guardsman again on the road, putting all the bullets down range. And that Chimera attack on the right flank has disappeared. There's only one or two there now. And Chimera are now pushing in from the left flank again. From the OTTR perspective, the left flank. So let's get in and have a look at what this looks like. Boah, there's a rocket. Phonetic Duck, who wore one before, he's trying to pick off the Chimera guys as they come through this gap. Coming through this area here. I just don't understand why there weren't people sitting here shooting in, just covering it. Nice kills there. Whoever that was picked off a view and a grenade as well, just to get off a coup de grace. So a little bit of a lost opportunity there, I think, for Chimera on that particular part of the map. And we'll see if OTTR can control that next go. Look at all the body parts down here. This has been a horrid spot to fight. But there we go. We've got that. See that fire support coming in from the back there now. Visor is doing very well. And there's a couple of kills there. Chimera in a bit of trouble here. 7 minutes to go. Let's see what they're going to offer up with 7 to go. We'll get up into that panoramic and have a bit of a look. Big rocket, long-range rocket there from Kingsy. Did pick up a carcass, but maybe looking for the OP, I'm not sure. There's a counter shot there you can see going in. Not anything really coming in from the bottom here. Hagrid's actually managed to push all the way out and start killing Chimera in their own zone, which is sort of down in this area here. So nice work there from Hagrid. So Chimera seem to have given up that flank, I think. And I guess that is an interesting point here. Bam! Big grenade there. Took out a couple. Lovely grenade from the OTTR team. And Hull has just been picked off by somebody on the right there. Chris JT's pushing forward now through the smoke. Let's see how lucky he can get. He's probably going to get right up here, to be honest. He's got a rocket ready. No, he's just running at the moment. No, he pulled his rifle up way too late there. But there's the 1-2 punch, of course, where one gets shot by the other and then back again. Steak Fry is camping at the back there. And Doc is now doing a big flanky-panky. Wow, he must be right up on the edge of the map here. Look at this. Look at this. You can play this area. This is absolutely in. So Doc's now going to set up an MG and see if he can pick up the Chimera guys. Trying to set up here somewhere. It's a bit hard on, the way these fences work with an MG. He's trying to pick something. And there he's managed to get... No, he's fucking given up. Good try, though. Kingsy's pushing down that way. All right. I think Chimera have lost momentum here. I really do. They've really turned into a bit of a struggle right now. They are trying to push through the same area. They're bearded now. Mistakes are being made. He's run across the middle of the open paddock. It's just not... You can't do that. It's taking a little drinky there. Sorry, I should have said that before I did it. Even with the undulating terrain, it's too easy to get shot when you run across the field here. So I don't think that was a great move. And this is what happens when you got 5 minutes left. People start making little mistakes, or maybe interesting decisions. Let's call them that, or interesting choices. Chimera's still holding this ground here, which I've said multiple times is super important for them to hold, and they're doing well. But I would like to see more eyes out this side here from them, because that's where, or on the converse of that, OTTR keep pushing that area because they've been able to get there. But Steak Fries, of course, an excellent shot there, just picking off the Chimera guys as they try and put their heads around the corner, and they can't see him, so this is great work here. But yeah, look, OTTR are absolutely embedded here. Now Chimera are trying a spawn wave down the bottom here. So let's see how this one fares, if it fares any better. They're trying the multiple spawns. They've got 4 minutes left, folks. So if the point is contested, it will be overtime. But at the moment, they don't look like they're going to get in. This has been one of their better flanks down here, where they have got into the point a few times. They just haven't done enough of it. Oh, bam, big shot there from Red Baron there. Nice shot across there, probably 150-meter shot. They're good. Scripture with a defensive play. Oh, completely shut down the Chimera attack there. Wow, that was great play from Scripture and co. They've just absolutely shredded the Chimera attack there. 4 minutes to go, folks. Chimera looking in a lot of trouble. And now you can see the OTTR guys, as I just said, are pushing on this zone with grenades and gunfire and all sorts of stuff. There's Doc there over the back machine gunning, but the Chimera guys have worked him out and they're picking him off at long range. Vapo's going from the hip play here. This is really good stuff, isn't it? Really good stuff from both teams. Look at this. Look at this brutal play. Mega Goon and Fanatic Duck have managed to get up there really nicely. Lupus throwing grenades out, trying to get stuff going here. He's putting smoke up. Duck there is right on the edge, and you can see his head bobbing up and down. So he'd be doing the little lean left and right thing, trying to pick people off. And there's Chris freely running across the paddock because no one from Chimera is covering that. But I think Diesel's managed to get around the corner now where he's seeing that, and he's picked him up. So poor old Chris almost made it all the way there. Good stuff there. And there's the first rocket coming in back from Kingsy, I would expect. Yeah, there it is. So we've got 3 minutes left, folks. This has got to be the play from Chimera. How'd they go down the bottom here? They managed to get people up into that building. Okay, this is getting interesting again from a Chimera perspective. OTTR just got to be a little bit careful here. Oh, again with the brutal defense play. Wow. Great play from OTTR, shutting down these attacks from Chimera. Just good, well-placed grenades, catching multiple Chimera players. Oh, good kills from Mav there. Very good play, but he's not going to be able to take 4 guys at once, no matter what Chimera tell us about Mav. He can't take 4 guys at once. And Mega Goon picking up the Chimera attack now. 2 minutes 27 left to go. I just don't know. Lupus has actually made his way into the point. We'll watch this little play. I don't know if that's going to do much, but he's in the point. He's picking up a couple of players. He's going to get shot in the back. Oh, he's just been picked off. So how he got in there, I have no idea. Probably ran down the center, but not ideal, of course, just being in there by yourself because they'll just shut you down. Chimera really struggling here in the last 2 minutes. They've played so well for the 28 minutes, and it's just their attack has just been shut down time and time again by brilliant OTTR defense. So I'm likely going to call it for OTTR at this stage. There is 1:50 to go, and Chimera still have got an opportunity here to actually win it, of course. But right now, it doesn't look like it. If you look at the numbers on the field and where people are positioned in that, in 1 minute and 30 seconds, they need to be able to clear out a bunch of folks and get into the point and start the cap, and that's not looking like it's going to happen. I'm going to take a little sippy here, and we might actually get ourselves into a little bit of close play again. This has been such good play to watch. Such good play to watch. Let's watch it go through now. Have a little sip. And boom! Popping your head around the corner to see if there's anything out there. Turns out there's a rocket. Kingsy trying to catch a few grenades again. And Chuck Cuckham's up there as well, trying to put some across the back of that hedge that Kingsy's hiding behind. Kingsy's putting rockets down, of course. Fanatic Duck's been picked up by Jinx, but Sheep Gods managed to counter kill there. And Vapo's been picked up. Kingsy trying to play here on Chuck. Chuck's just too good. He is just too good, folks. He is such a good player. OTTR owe him a lot by the look of this. However, having said that, there's 7 Chimera players coming at him there. I don't think he had much. I don't think he was that good. Nobody's that good against 7 at once. So great work there from Chuck, though, just shutting down a Chimera attack. We're in the last 30 seconds, ladies and gents. Not much left of this right now. We'll just see if anything changes from a Chimera perspective. But if you have a look at it from a panoramic, they're not going to get to the point there. So that is going to be OTTR's match. Absolutely going to be OTTR's match here. Well done to them for that first victory in this series of 3 best of 3. So OTTR pick up the first one, and we'll just check chat to see. There it is. Game has been called. So that's the first round, folks. So what we're going to do now is we are going to reset the map and get Hugo's farm back up, and we're going to go into round 2. So I want to take a quick break here. What a fascinating first play. We'll just have a quick look, though, at what we've got on the screen here. I'm going to swap the 2 teams around the markers while I think of it too. So Chimera will be allies next one. Just having a look at the 2 teams there on screen, who's who in the zoo and how they actually went. Individual numbers there. Spot your favourite player. But well done so far. That was really cool to watch. First game, first blood to OTTR. Let's get ourselves back to the front screen warm-up page. Put my face back on. Sit up in my chair a little bit. There we go. All right. So we're just going to do the counter here. Take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, just getting back into it now, folks. We've got the warm-up screen happening still. We will just that little thing there. So they're just doing the reset of the match. Wow, what a brilliant first 30 minutes there from both teams. That's what you want in this competition. I mean, either of these teams taking that to the final is going to be absolutely brilliant. And of course now OTTR have got the upper hand. They've got the one match up. But there is potentially an argument that Allies are the easier team on this map, on this point. Oh, I don't know. It's been commented previously. I don't know. Definitely Allies with the multi-shot rifles have got an advantage over the Axis with the single shot. If you're playing a rifle, of course. And if you're crap or average at rifles like I am, it makes it a little bit challenging. But yeah, well, we'll see what happens now, because this is the second one we're about to watch. We're just waiting for that setup, as I said. The guys are all getting themselves into position. And look, oh, I'm sweating. I'm literally sweating. Good times. All right. We'll get ourselves back to the main screen here. I'll just see if I can bring up that primary display for you. How's that? There you go. So just putting that on the screen for you, we can see the resets being done. You can see this folks starting to get in. And so let's talk a little bit about some of these key pieces of terrain. Now, we spent most of the match watching this area here. And the few of the concepts that I tried to explain as we were going through, the fact that nobody's overwatching out this way means that, you know, the OTTR guys were able to push through there. But having said that, there's another area where you can see that area from. And here's another area. And then down here is another area. Now, when you capture this part of the terrain here, why do you not have a couple of folks stationed here? I would really love to hear from chat on this one in a couple of minutes' time, of course. You know, you have one person sort of focusing that, one person focusing that, and one person focusing up here. Or, you know, you put someone here and they're looking at the barn and that area there. You put someone in the middle here kind of covering that way, and you put someone down here covering up that way, or down this way, or whatever. You get the point that you can see that's a reinforcement zone right there in front of us. We're going to see troops come through that path, in between the buildings and out of the barn. There's 3 different areas you can cover, and also that entire area up here, meaning that this is irrelevant, and this is irrelevant, and this is almost irrelevant. You have one person out here covering this flank. Give up all of that terrain out there with just the one person watching. Get all your bodies in here and start covering this, and then push them forward. That is how you attack this area. I don't know why we're fucking around here, you know, or leaving people. People are leaving here and just all pushing down through the middle here. This is the zone that we just saw OTTR just over and over and over again, reinforcing and pushing, and then they would get up to here, then they would get up to here, then they would grenade you in here, and oh my God. So there's a lesson there for somebody to learn, hopefully, that is what we just watched occur over and over again, and perhaps that might be something worth thinking about. This push here, this stuff down here, this was pretty good from Chimera, but God, the defense was great, wasn't it? Once you get in here, it starts to get a bit complex because there's so many different angles you can get attacked from. And we saw the Chimera guys running in here and getting picked off by the great defense of the OTTR guys from all sorts of angles here. So, you know, Chimera now need to do that. They need to shut down this area here out to the front, and they need to control this area here again. All right, but from this left-hand side perspective. So that's it, as they say. We're just about to start here by the looks of this. We can see the Chimera guys are just setting up. We can see the OTTR guys just setting up, and the caps just starting to happen across there. So I'm going to get ourselves out of this little screen. Where's my monitors? There we go. We'll switch that across, and we'll get ourselves into the main screen. There we go. And as I said before, Chimera are the blue team, and they are the allies now, though, and the OTTR guys are the Axis, so and they'll be the orangey/red, whatever you want to call them. I find that interesting, actually, that the map's red, but the icons are orange. Yeah, well done, devs, confusing the casters with that stuff. We're simple, folks. All right, not too far off here, I would guess. Mav's just been told to step, or Loop has just been told to step out of the zone, I guess. What are we waiting for here? We've got the 19v19. So I am, of course, one on the team, but I'm not playing. Might be waiting for a ref. I think there's usually 20v19 with a caster on the side. So, yeah, look, this is pretty good stuff, isn't it? Normally, I would probably source one of my fellow casters to come and co-cast with me and, put a second point of view camera in and stuff like that. But what I found straight up the first time I did the 18s was that it is really, there's not enough stuff to be jumping between two cameras all the time. And it would get messy. And I think just having that one big panoramic view and zooming in and out to various plays is the way to do it. There is a function I've never used, which is some sort of fucking zoom thing, isn't there, where your camera can zoom in and zoom out on particular plays. I don't do that. I actually do the roll mouse wheel stuff. So I hope you're enjoying the stream so far, and I hope you enjoy my casting style. I am probably a little bit random compared to others, but that's what I am. That's what I do. But lovely to see you all here on this Sunday. In Australia, it is anyway. Sunday night in the States and a few other parts of the world, I guess. Now, OTTR are a North America team, and Chimera are an Australian team, a New Zealand team. So they're a blend there. I don't think they've got any other foreign nationals playing in Chimera. They do have folks that are overseas, it's not just Australia and New Zealand, I believe. But I haven't been updated on that information for a while. So maybe if someone from Chimera is in chat, they can tell us, what other countries are actually in their clan. So here we are, folks. We've got the match set is ready to go. You can see there the battle timer said battle is over. I'll just get rid of that. And I reckon, what do we got there? 38? I reckon they'll go at 37. They generally don't go this close. Let's watch. Any movement? No, it'll be 37. So this will be a 37-minute one, and this is going to be another intense 30 minutes, folks. Another intense 30 minutes. Doesn't matter who caps at the start; it's who owns it at the end. That's all that matters. Questions being asked there. Thank you very much for those that are responding in chat to those questions. This is a great tournament. It's great to watch. There's so many tournaments on it in the last 12 months, though. I've been involved in the BPL, the HCA, the seasonal, the 18v18, the Fire Team Invitational, which is one I ran. There's the APAI. There's the American Premier League. That's coming up. There's another Oceanic tournament coming up shortly. All right, 10 seconds to go here, folks. We're just going to get the timer ready off to the side. I haven't got the fancy button for that on my Stream Deck just yet, so it's a case of when the fucking Stream Deck works. And here we go. Are we moving? Nothing. No movement at 37 minutes. Okay, so we will wait out again. All right. So there's so many different tournaments around at the moment, and there's entry points for newer players. Hell Let Loose is not one of those games that is forgiving. It is and this is why I like it. I've played so many different first-person shooters, probably most of them, starting back in the Battlefield days and things like that, Battlefield Vietnam and stuff like that, and even before that, and Halo and all sorts of stuff. Hell Let Loose is hard because you never know where the bullets are coming from. You don't get icons on the map telling you that someone's shooting from you. Someone's there in front of you. That's what I love about this. And the run and jump method that you see in Battlefield and Call of Duty doesn't actually work that well. People shoot you when you're jumping in the air. It makes no difference. Let's see if we're going at 36 minutes. I think we are. No? Oh, what's going on? There must be some sort of problem at the moment. We'll just wait again. So we're just waiting for this match to kick off. Maybe they're going at 35 minutes. The Hell Let Loose game is hard. And that's where, if you're patient enough with the first, few battles that you play, you'll find that you'll enjoy it. If you kind of hate dying at the start there, it means you're playing like you're playing in Battlefield or Call of Duty. You're running across an open field. You're running somewhere without looking. You haven't got your weapon up. You die. Because, all of these people here that are playing, they're all spread amongst all the communities. There's been folks, I'm level 200, I think, so I've been playing for 1,400 hours in this game. I'm reasonable. I'm average. There's a hell of a lot of players that are better than I am, but I'm patient. I might not be a great shot. I mean, I'm a little bit older now, so the eyes don't work that well. But I'm patient. So that means that I will kill you through patience rather than running and trying to, duck and Tarkov kind of, dodging around buildings and stuff like this. I hate camping. I'm always advancing, but I'll get my MP40 out and I'll shred you down with a bit of patience and some shooting. So that's my style. You see a lot of people here are great at first person shooting and their rifle. 34-minute start, by the way. You can see that in chat, folks, by the way. Look, it's exciting. It's a good game. It's a different game. And I encourage folks to try it out if they haven't already. Or if you're new to it, stick with it. Talk to some of the squads, the clans that you see. There's always people recruiting. 33-1. Boom, we are away, folks, ladies and gents. This is the second match. For Chimera's sake, we hope it's not the last. For Otter's sake, they hope it is the last. Because if they win this one, they are through. Whereas if Chimera win it, they'll be going through to the third match today. And they're moving up pretty quick here. Big Chimera presence out on this flank. That's what you want to see. This is the flank to control. So we'll watch this from a panoramic just to see what comes in straight up here. This is the critical part of the match where you do get into those fire support positions. Now, what day is it? Fuck, it's Saturday. Someone just corrected me. It is Saturday. It's been a very long week. I started a new job, new posting this year, and God, it's been a long couple of weeks. And I'm picking up my family tonight. It is Saturday. You are correct. Normally I cast on Sundays, so I'm off by a whole 24 hours. Happy Friday night. If you're in America, great rocket there from Zach. He's put one right across the top. Jaeger's countered by shooting a tree. Not ideal, but Zach, that first rocket from him has absolutely shot the shit out of somebody and shut down that Chimera push on that, well, from our perspective now, that right flank. They've lost the momentum there, and Doc, Fnatic, and Chuck are up there at that area we said that has got to be covered. Oh boy, that was a great first rocket there. Chimera getting the cap weight, of course, because Hugo's farm is slightly above center on this match. But look at this OTTR push. The Otters are coming in quite strong onto the point. Chimera got all the work to do right now. They've got to swivel their heads around and shoot everybody coming in. What a bloody good rocket that first one is. That's throwing the sink at them, ladies and gentlemen. Great work there. Great work there. Chimera just starting to consolidate here down this this flank we're looking at below us here. They've done well there. Heavenly and the crew, Diesel, shut that down nicely. Boy, oh boy, though, you'd be sore about getting shot with a rocket at that range. Steak Fry's trying to get across there. Vapo positioned very nicely down here. There you go. That is a great little spot here. So Vapo will just be keeping his eyes out there for all of that flank stuff. That covers that entire flank now, folks. So Chimera only really have to worry about this area here. And then, of course, down this area. But... And it's hard, but look at that. First blood to Chimera, folks. They've picked the point up as we expected they would with what I'm talking about is, if I just zoom in here quickly, see the circle is slightly off-centered, so it's north more. So the northern team gets the early advantage by getting into the sector quicker. And Otter couldn't get enough numbers in there to kill all the Chimera guys. The Chimera's consolidated now. Now, one of the things I know Chimera do and they do well is they push out. And they push out. And I expect right now, this area here where we can see Lupus and co, they're not going to be sitting here defending. They may be getting told to, but I reckon there's going to push somebody out to try and pick up the attacking points out that way. Random rocket from Jaeger, not really sure. Must have seen a rogue squirrel or something. But he's put a rocket in there, or maybe fire support. That's fine too, I guess. Handheld artillery is okay in this game, and that's what the rockets are. And there's Jaeger popping another one. Now, that's a big rocket. It was a pretty good rocket. I don't know if he picked up that OP. Let's have a look. Whoa, that's tight. Did he get the OP? I think he picked the person up. Jaeger with a great rocket from a couple of 100 meters out. That one's not so good in counter battery. Whoa, what an interesting start of the match there. The Rocketeers have it, folks. Anyone remember that movie, by the way? I love that movie. Jennifer Connelly, mwah, top shelf. All right, so... We've possibly gone off topic there. The Chimera now have to hold this bottom sector. You can see Otter are putting in a bit of extra weight here now, and they're doing the one-shot trades at the moment. Guardsman's been picked off. The machine gunner from hell has been picked off there. But Otter are trying to push this bottom flank. This what is it? Bottom left? The bottom area here. That's where they're pushing from. So good work. Chimera holding nicely, though. They do have pretty good defense. But we've got 25 minutes to go. 25 minutes to go. So, Otter have got 25 minutes to take this and win outright. Chimera have got 25 minutes to hold this and take us through to a third. I'm kind of hoping for the second, but I'm not biased. Oceanic aside, here's a great push coming in from Otter. Look at this now. Kale, long range, being picked off nicely. Good fire support. Goose, overexposed there. Gets shot. Script has been picked up. Being picked up there. Chips is coming through. Bubbles standing by in a counter spot. He's missed him. He's completely missed him. Bubbles, shots missed. 1-2. They've traded. Bubbles. Oh, how did he not kill him? What on earth happened there? He's had the drop on him and he's punched holes in the wood. Oh, poor Bubbles. All right. So, Pell in a really good defensive spot. I like that spot. Look at that. He's just sitting there. They can't get on top of things. I know Pell would love to dearly to climb up onto the top of stuff and shoot you in the face from up high because he's very, very good at knowing that stuff. We often see Pell running around in the forward area of the map solo. So he's playing well here in the group. Hidden in shadow. Very, very good player as well. Bam, there's the nice kill through the hedgerow. Sheepdog's down. Counter kill there on Jinx. The little fire support base there in the background where Guardsman is putting in some good rounds. Shep's pushed in, but Pell's got the drop on him there quite nicely. So nice work there. Chris has picked up. Oh, nice 2 kill from Chris there on 2 very good players. So that's great work. Chimera, though, holding this area out here. This is good stuff. This is what they want to do. Shut down this flank completely. So Bearded now is flanking out here. If he gets the angle here, I think he's got the angles. Yeah, this is a good spot to camp because he can actually look up the hill there and pick folks off as well. So that's really, really good stuff. Nice work there. But Chimera are holding that position quite nicely. It looks like Otter are going to focus here for the now on this part of the map. So we're just going to keep things down this way. Let's get, where do we want to look? A lot of bullets going down range at the moment. It's probably get a bit too close. Oh, wow. I almost wore that. And it's interesting about those rockets. We've seen a lot of rockets miss, probably about a 90% miss rate at the moment in rockets that have missed, particularly in the early matches. I don't think there's been, I think it's 1 in 5, about a 10-20% hit rate where a rocket at the start of a match has actually done anything useful. Just because it's all about timing, and sometimes if you're 1 second out or half a second out, you just miss, and it's, you know, it's just one of those things. I've seen rockets kill people before the match, you know, that 2-minute buffer zone in the start of a big match. I've seen where you've got a barrier where rockets come up, but you know, you can't shoot map length. I think 900 meters a rocket can shoot. So I've seen one where somebody's put a rocket down range pretty early on something and picked it up quite nicely within the first few minutes. It's been just brilliant. Some of those long range stuff and the artillery stuff as well, if you know what I mean. So they get in range of artillery and they shoot the artillery site. So good. Look at this defensive line from Chimera. Let's just do a flyby because I can. Fuck it. You know, you got the camera, may as well. Here's a nice little flyby as we go through here, and we'll get through there. Look at that. Look at that defensive position there, and we can see Hulla there doing the defensive play, shooting it back up the map. This is what Otter were doing before, and this is the area that they're trying to push up. You can see all that smoke coming in, but you can get your back angles up that way. Look how far they can shoot, and back the other way as well. So. Oh, that's somebody just died. Who's that? Hulla just wore it. Nice shot there from somebody. Heavenly doing the flank shots. Got to watch to her left, of course. That's what she's got to worry about. Kingsley here trying to do those flank shots up there. Chimera just absolutely shut down Otter here. This is good. This is good for Chimera. But they do have that push down the bottom there, so we're going to stay with that. That's where we're going to stay. Here's this push coming in now. Let's see. Chips flanking around the outside. Agri's just been picked off by somebody. Rockets and grenades going in now. Here's Mav now trying to push around. Oh, he's going to get the drop on him? No, has he got him? There, bam. Oh, nice shot. 1-2. Is he going to pick up the 1-2? No, Mav's been picked up by the machine gunner who's off to our right, lower right as well. So good trade here. Chimera's favour. They managed to hold them out at the moment. But Advisor's now moving up through that smoke. No one can see him because of that smoke. Let's get around to that angle. Have a bit of a look at that because he's got right in tight now. And so Hidden in Shadow, Diesel and Heavenly have got to watch out because they're about to run. Bam, there it is. Visor's managed to pick him up. And grenades have gone in. Visor's been picked up by Pell And Heavenly's now watching that smoke area. She's got eyes on, but she's not been able to shoot him. Pell's running across the fence. Oh, he's gone the spray and praise. He's jumped the fence. He's managed to pick him off. Great kill from Pell. Here he goes down to Chris. They're going to try and push out. Chris has worn a rocket behind. Pell's picked him up. No, that was someone else's defensive play. Sheepgod's trying to flank Huller there. Pell's got four or five against him right now. That's 4. Oh, no, he can't do anything there. Trades worked out in Chimera's favour. Pell's tried to push out and shut down their attack a little bit further out. He hasn't managed to do that, but it's given Chimera breathing room yet again. And we go back to that reset point. 20 minutes to go, ladies and gents. Good little play there. It's these nice little surge plays that are happening. Makes the caster excited. I'm going to have a sip now of my little coffee here to keep me going as we watch the OTTR push up again on the point. Diesel now trying that push out. I would have the assault class with grenades and actually walk grenades down that road. That's something me personally I love doing. If we're going to push up, a couple of us, I walk like a grenade artillery barrage with just 6 grenades you get at rank 6 in assault class. It's just such a good mix-up of grenades, and you can use them really effectively, and then you get your supply guy to drop a box next to you. Some really good play going on here right now, though. Look at this by Chimera. They're shutting down this attack beautifully. Nick's right in amongst them. He's picked up Mav. Huller knows he's around the outside now. He's throwing a grenade, but he's got to look right. I don't think he's going to see him. Bam, there it is. 1 down. Cow's coming. Cow's going to see him. Has Cow's going to see him? No. Nick's made his way around the back. Butterdog's going to run into him. How did Cow not see that? Oh, Nick's going to hit him. Yeah, Butterdog's down. Big trouble for Chimera here. Somehow, through amazing play or miracles, or I don't fucking know, Nick's actually in the back lines of Chimera, and they are in a bit of trouble here if they don't pick him off. That's it. Hidden in shadow there. Worked it out and managed to cap him. Mav's OP just behind us there on the left. Whoa, that was tight there. Great play from Nick. Somehow managed to walk down the main road past. He's killed 1 Chimera player and walked past 3 more. Picked up 1 down here. Great individual play. Not good enough, though, against a team like Chimera. Somehow he got through, though. I just uncanny, isn't it, how that happens? And there we have the same thing happening here. Diesel and Heavenly, while we were watching that, made their way forward into the defensive line for OTTR. This is the stuff. Diesel's probably going to pick up Hagrid right now if he gets his head around that corner. He's just looking now. He's doing the duck, dodge, dive, dip. Here we go. You can hear him walking. That's what I'd be listening for. A max pad there. If he looks back once, he'll pick up Diesel. Oh, this is tight, isn't it? Hey? Here we go. Oh, picked off. Big long-range shot there. I think that came from up the hill. Bearded's been picked off. Here's Diesel. Oh, nice kill from Diesel. Great kill from Diesel. Oh, there we go. Chris is trying to pick him up. Ah, 3. There's a great play here going on from Diesel. He's going to try and push down onto the OP. See what he can do here. There's a machine gunner at the back. JFK. No slouch. Oh, look at that. That gunfire's going in. He knows Diesel's there. Someone's picked up that player on the right, though. Really, really good supportive play here coming in from the Chimera guys. Diesel might be able to shoot JFK. There's a joke in there. I'm not going to do it. We do have a lot of American viewers. I'm going to leave that one parked, I think. Has it been long enough? Can we do jokes about that stuff? Anyway, so Diesel here in a really good position in amongst those bushes. We'll just get in and have a look how tight that is. So he's got a bit of concealment and a bit of cover to the right. He's just trying to do the flanky-panky. And there he is. Bam, 1. He's looking for 2. Good shots. Here we go. 3 on the machine gun. Oh, he's taken around. He wasn't good enough to pick off JFK. So he's put some bandages on that, and he's going to take a look around the other side. No, he's going to keep running. JFK's got a bit of trouble for him here. Max Pad has got himself a position up there where he's got to push forward. Chimera are now, as I expected they would, pushing out. Diesel there, not being seen by Red Baron. He's going to get seen in the shot in the back here. He's just got to get his rifle up. Oh, someone picked off Red Baron nicely. Guardsman's there on the fence. Diesel doesn't know he's there. Look, he's looking. Bam, thanks for coming. Diesel, an amazing play going on here. Here we go, picking off the machine gunner as well now. Diesel looks up the road. He's got to reload real quick. Oh, he's been picked off finally by Shep. Great play from Diesel, though, and he's absolutely managed to crack open the OTTR defense and get him right out in amongst it, the Chimera players. So that's real problems there for Otter. 16 minutes to go, and Chimera have at the same time managed to push bodies up to the north here. This is what Chimera want, to be able to try and claw this match back. For them to be able to claw this back, they they had to push out and they had to take over the attack, so that Ottawa were on the defensive effectively, and that's what we're doing. That's what we're seeing right now. Bearded doing a little bit of a solo here in the middle of the paddock. It's never going to work. But maybe it has been. I don't know. But Lupus and Vapor are in a really good position here behind this tank. Lots of smoke around them. Chuck's going to push forward now. Let's see if Chuck's got the goods. We know he's a very good player. Lupus and Vapor, no slouches, and Caledonius is pretty good too. But Chuck has definitely been holding the winning cards in the contest of players versus players. Here's Chuck pushing out towards Lupus. Has Lupus got the drop on him? Yes, he has. Nice work. Oh, but he's counterpunched by a Mega Goon with some great supportive machine gun fire around the back there. 15 minutes halfway through this one, ladies and gents, and Chimera have the upper hand at the moment. They've got their defensive line forward and pressing on the attacking forces. So, because all they have to do, for those that have just joined us, is hold Hugo's farm. That's all they have to do. It's about these 4 cap squares, these 4 squares here, and Hugo's farm. Whoever has Hugo's at the time of the 30-minute timer wins this match. If it's getting contested, then it's a... if it's getting contested, then it goes in overtime, of course. But at the moment, it's all going Chimera's way. As we kind of suspected it might, but they've definitely shown how to do it here, and they are pushing out. So Otter, now's their chance to demonstrate whether or not they've got the goods to be a great attacking team and push in on the Chimera defense. Where would you go? I think still this area up here is the key area, but we saw this the other weekend with any of the teams that was trying to come from this position here, trying to come from here across that field there. If the defenses were even half switched on, they were always going to pick you off as you came in. I mean, there's so much smoke going in there at the moment. So much smoke going in at the moment there. Just trying to give Otter a chance to get up. And they've pushed Lupus and Jaeger off of that. But bam, grenade over the top. Thanks for coming. What a great play down here from Diesel, though. He just popped this flank open. So good. So good. And we saw that play, of course, from Nick before too, who got in behind the Chimera line somehow. It must be about 5 minutes ago. So all of that's happened in the last 5-10 minutes, folks. It's been phenomenal stuff, and now it's just brutal slaughter going on here. Otter are starting to get momentum back here now, though. Pell's in amongst the trenches. Let's get in and have a look at this from a side perspective. Pell's in amongst the trenches. They're trying to cover that attack that's coming up. And the thing is, what we always talk about with defensive lines is Chimera have pushed their defensive line 100 metres out from where their last defending point is. So where Mav, Butterdog and Mr. Cheese are, that's their kind of Alamo. That's the last place they can fall back to before they start losing the point. So where Pell is and where the guys were out here, this is where they were pushing to try and extend their buffer zone, I guess, so that if they lose this area, which they have, they can then all spawn in and still hold that second defensive line just here. This is the one here. If you lose this point here, then the enemy are in amongst your final position. So this is the one where they've been able to bring the bodies back quickly, having lost the bodies up there. They brought them back quickly and set up a new defensive line quite easily with still another buffer back here of machine gunners. That's what you want. Layered defense is what we call it. And because of the timers on redeploy and stuff like that, there's actually a little bit of an art to it and maths to it. It's about a minute when it comes to garrisons. So from the point in a match where you say, in those bigger matches where you say, I've got a problem out here on the defense or on the attack, it takes the commander and the team 10 to 20 seconds to respond to that. And then it takes it takes them 20 seconds to redeploy if they hit the redeploy button. All right. And then it takes an average of 20 seconds for them to respawn on a garrison. 0 to 40 seconds is a garrison time to respawn. So if we average everything out, it's actually a full minute to respond to a threat in a match. It's a full minute to respond to a threat in a match. For an OP, if the OP is 20 seconds, then it'd be 10. So it's say 10 to 20 seconds to respond to a request for a change, 20 seconds to respond to a redeploy, the redeploy timer, and then 10 seconds on average to respawn. So that's 50 seconds. If someone says, hey, we need help here, and they take up to 20 seconds to get that help, to call for that help, then it's 50 seconds before you actually get someone spawning in to help you on an OP. Those numbers are the averages. So that's what you need to understand in the big 50v50 sort of stuff. or even if the 18v18, if you go, hey, we need a squad to redeploy up here on an OP, it could take up to 50 seconds for them to redeploy on average, if you don't tell them immediately when you need them. And if you know what I mean? Like if something's happening and then it takes you 10 seconds to go, oh shit. All right. That's what I'm talking about. So that's 40 seconds when you go, oh shit, hey, I need help. 40 seconds later, someone will spawn there for you. That's the timers. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Okay, this Otter attack is just bogged down again on a great defensive play from Chimera. Here's Nick trying to push up here. He's been doing pretty well, but bam, Heavenly shuts that down again. Well done from Chimera. So 10 minutes to go. We've got a little bit of a lull in the battlefield here, ladies and gentlemen. It's gone a little bit quiet. Folks have stopped shooting. Single shots here. A little bit of a World War I sort of scene going on here. Otter need to do something. And I don't know what they could do. Chimera are just too good at the moment. Maybe surge 18 people up here. Like in some sort of big spawn. Hope for the best. I don't know. They're not cracking this defense, are they? The Chimera are actually overwhelming the attack. Wow. This is very, very, very comprehensive play. So unlucky there for Nick not getting that OP in the back. I think they might have cracked the game open for Otter. If they did that. Oh, excuse me. If they did that. So interesting point made in chat there. Chimera get allies next. Is that correct? Someone can tell me in 5 minutes time. Is that what happened? So that must be one Axis, one allies, and then random for the third match if that's the case. So a bit of an advantage there for Chimera. But look, so far we've worked out what you have to do if you're Axis on this map. You have to control this area here and push from here. This is good down here. This is better up here. My personal opinion, chat, fire away if you think I'm right or wrong. But Chimera, well, that early rocket from Zach really sucked the wind out of Chimera's defensive play here up this area, but they still managed to take it over. And Chimera showing that they are the better team in this particular match, just by how far they've pushed out of the defensive zone as well. You know, boom, bam, big rocket from Hagrid. Okay, bit of a flank going on here now. Maybe a bit of momentum here from Otter. Let's see if they can bring it up. Bubbles there in the defensive position. He's got a smoke grenade in front of him now. Oh, look at this. Bam, bam, bam. That is the attack shutdown. Hidden in shadows. Certainly is hidden in shadows over there in amongst the trees. Let's see. Down behind the fence line because he can't get up on anything, of course. Such a good spot there. Cover from that way. So no one can shoot him through the dirt wall there. So that's called cover. And he's now got this nice little angle where you can just pick people off as they try to flank around that right side as we look at it. So look at that. He's shooting through. He's actually shooting through that fucking gap in the hedge, folks. That little tiny gap. Get out of here. God damn. I can't even see that gap at that distance, let alone shoot through it. Machine gunners are away here. This is a comprehensive Chimera victory at the moment. OTTR I just don't see them cracking this. I really don't. They're fighting hard. Don't get me wrong. They are absolutely throwing everything at it. Diesel's managed to dodge that. Here's Diesel looking out on that right flank now. See if he can pick up Guardsman or Hagrid. Nothing out the side there. Oh, Hagrid not good with the rockets this time. Diesel's been picked off by great rifle though from Hagrid. Nice work. Look at this up the top here. Bearded somehow still pushing up the exact same flank in the same position in the middle of the open, and he's getting there every time. This is such good play. Such good play. I just don't understand why Otter don't have eyes out this way. Are they just getting picked off that easily? I suppose we should look at the angles a little bit more, folks. Look at this. Bearded, bam, one in the face. Oh, here we go. Watch this. Did Bearded... Oh, he's shot him. He's not killed him, but he shot him. Bam, Mega Goon's down. Bullets, yeah, look, it's the angle. It's the angle. Look at that. Such good positioning from Chimera. That angle, that is 240 meters with a machine gun, shredding anyone that runs up this way every so often. And Steak Fries is about to wear it. Bearded's hiding nicely in the bush still there. Steak Fries is down in the trench now. They can't go anywhere up here. That's the problem. How far have they got to maneuver? See, this is out of bounds where I am. So Bearded's right on the edge. That's why Chimera have closed down this gap now. Bearded moving around the back here, picking off players on the OP down the side here. He's going to pick up an OP. He can see it. I can see it. Is that an OP? No, maybe it's around the back here. Where is he? He's right down in the corner of the map here. So he's looking for an OP. Can't find it at the moment. He's got to watch the map. He's just walked outside the zone there. Yep, he's just realised that. He's come back in. That's it. That's it. It's game over, folks. It's game over for Otto. They're not going to crack this. They've pulled everybody out of this area, though. Isn't that interesting? I wonder if they have all the garrisons, all the OPs down here now. You can see they're surging. They're doing a mass wave down south. Chuck Cuckham's up there, though, still. He's coming off the garrison. He's definitely coming off the garrison up there now, and they know where the garrison is. So they've got eyes up there. Chimera have marked that. Of course, they can't take the garrison out because it's out of bounds for them because of the way this plays. That doesn't mean they can't shoot people coming off of it and coming in. I don't think there's any rules against that. You know, if you see enemies, shoot them. That's kind of the rule. So this is interesting stuff here from Chimera. If they can just close down this bottom section, have a couple of people at the top there, then it's all over for Otter. I'm sorry for the Otter supporters here, but there's just no way Otter are going to crack this. There's just no way they're going to crack this. Chimera are literally pushing right out into the Otter defensive zone and cleaning up their OPs and stuff and putting grenades in and all sorts of things. Look, Otter are no slumps. We know that from that first match, but Chimera have just really shown their goods on the second match here. I guess they sort of learned some things in that first one too, perhaps. Controlled that nice area up to the top of the screen there, which is the east side of the map, just so we know. But top of screen, top left of screen, they controlled that area. They controlled that well. Tough fight. And this is going to be hard for Otter to come back to because I believe what's been said in chat before here, Mav, look at this. Going under the guns like Beersheba. The guardsman can't see him or get the angle out there. So Mav's managed to make his way through. It's going to be tough for Otter to come back in this match. Oh, no, he's been picked off by Nick. Nice play. Nick has been one of the MVPs for Otter. That is definite. Somehow managing to get through earlier. I don't understand how he did that, but it was very well done. Now there's a little push going on. Maybe I've talked too soon. They've got 3 minutes to go. Chimera have the risk here, of course, of overextending. Here we go. Comrade Grimm is explaining that to us now. 2 coin tosses, one for the first match and one for the third match. Otters won the first toss. They play Allies first. Chimera won the second toss. So they get to pick up what they have for the third match. So there you go. They'll have picked Allies, I believe, is the call. And they have the advantage on that early cap. But also, I think, just with a couple of little pieces here. So this is going to be hard for Otter to win this. This is going to be hard for Otter to win this. In the third round, where we're definitely going to the third round. Really big push coming up here from the east side, isn't it? The east side. You know, they just can't get through this area here where this burning gun is. They've tried multiple times. They've thrown probably about 20 smoke grenades before there. They've tried machine gun position, but look at this. They're just being picked off as they come into the bloody zone. Oh, they're throwing all the bodies up here now. That's 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Look, that's a push coming in up the east here. So let's see what happens with this. We'll get in nice and tight. Watch that gunfire coming in from that far right, though. We'll just see what that is. Bam! Shots on from Caledonius. Great sniping there. Big rocket in. Doesn't hit anything, but it woke them up. It let them know that they're being watched as they come in. Zach there with a machine gun, trying to do whatever he can. Another rocket in. Oh, it's gone straight over the top of his head. It's just gone straight over the top of his head. Doc's been picked off. We know Doc is usually a machine gunner at the back. Look, they've thrown that. Here's the smoke barrage. So Nick is actually throwing those smoke grenades as an assault class player and sort of getting a walking smoke barrage forward. But he's going to get to a certain point and then they're just going to get picked off. Here it is, bam. Nick, as soon as he popped his head out of that smoke, gone. There's rockets coming in everywhere from Chimera. They've completely closed off that other flank there. Look at that. Chimera have pushed way out. It's all GG's here, folks. OTTR are not going to get through here at all. Chimera are even going to start shooting them from their own attack zone down there at the west. So well done to Chimera for taking the second match. We're going through to a third and final and this is it, folks. I'm starting to get the goosebumps about this. This third one is going to be a real pisser. Let me tell you, it is going to be a big 30 minutes. I mean, we've had 2 pretty big 30 minutes already, but oh my God, we are going to see some good shit in the next one. And they'll have to do a map roll, so we are going to take a break once this match is over. They'll have to do a complete map roll. There's only 4 minutes left on the actual battle timer there in the center of screen, so they'll have to rotate the map to try and get Hugo's back, and it might take a couple of rotations. Hopefully not. Oh, that's insulting. Jaeger's just gone fucking boom and hit his corpse as well with a rocket. That is just, I'd be salty if I was whoever that was. I would be salty as Book of Grudges. There it is. A rocket to my corpse just to make sure I was dead. Boo. Oh, wow. All right. God, these battles are exciting, aren't they, though, folks? Hugo's is a tough point, though. I actually watched the roll that they did for the different map selections and who banned what and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of interesting points in there. If we remember from the Invitational, there it is. That's GG's, folks. That's game. Well done to Chimera for picking up the second one there. Wow. All right, so what we'll do is we'll go back to that main screen quickly. Let's look at the numbers, actually, just quickly on that. We'll get that up. There's spray and pray going on in the background there. Where's my monitors? We'll bring that information up. Here we go. Look at that for us. Oh, wow. Defensive squad there. Baker squad from Chimera. Big numbers, of course, from all 3 squads pretty much. Huller's crew up the top there doing a lot of the... Well, all the numbers are pretty even, actually, to be honest. Yeah, they're all pretty even. So, but individual players, I guess you could see Mr. Cheesecake on the machine gun there. 940 on the defensive. So clearly doing good work. Doing I think they call it God's work there. And Huller, 920 on defensive, well done. A couple of nice assault players there. Caledonius, Kingsy, some really good play there. Kingsy stopped catching grenades. Butterdog and Diesel. Actually, I didn't even see Butterdog for a lot of that. Machine gunner. There you go. Getting some good kills there, obviously. Combat effectiveness stuff, see that. Over on the other side, of course, some big play there. Steak Fries, guys, some good stuff there. Chuck Cuckham, of course, always expecting to see his numbers pretty big and definitely showing us that there. Steak Fries, just really all-round very good player by the look of that. Chips with some good defensive play, as we saw. So, all right, here we go. The map roll is coming up now. There was a medic in there. Blue got excited about that. Let's see what happens in this regroup. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take a quick break. As I said there before, folks, I'll get a refreshment drink. And Hugo's been rolled straight away. Oh, that's good news. So they'll just get this pretty much set up straight away. That's brilliant outcome, of course, for everybody. I've got to swap sides, I believe. I've got to get across to the other team. So switch team. I'm going to the Allied side now again. So I'm staying on the Chimera team for no other reason except it's consistent for me across the comps that I do, and that way we always know Chimera's blue and Otter are orange or red, depending on what color you're looking at, map or player. So we'll take a quick break. Oops, let's do that again, do that better. There we go. For those that are ever interested in how the admin cam works, so you hit the N key if you've got admin cam rights, and then you get this stuff coming up. You can see there, dot in the screen and all this admin camera stuff down the bottom there. I can, where's a player? Let's find somebody. Let's find something. Over this way, we can find a truck. You can see that truck there, it lights up the Allied forces, or the side I'm on, with green. And I actually use my mouse wheel and DPI button to reduce it so it's nice and smooth camera work for anyone ever wondering how I do it. So, we get the nice side scroll here and then the panorama, and that's just slow DPI stuff and a slow scroll of the mouse. And then you can go up here and you can actually follow it by hitting the G key, and that keeps you directly behind the truck. Hit the R key, takes you back, and you can zoom in and out, and you can actually look at different angles. And the thing I like doing is I take off this, I hit the H key a few times and get rid of the green and the red coloring, because I really, really hate that. And the other thing, of course, to get rid of all this admin camera stuff. Oh, is it scroll? Zoom, toggle UI mode. What is the thing? B, toggle aim laser. What's the aim laser, right? I don't even know what that is. Let's get off of that person. Aim laser. Hang on a sec. Off aim laser. I don't know what that is. Anyway, so I get rid of all of that as well and put us like this. But the good news, as I said before, is that I'll just scroll faster now. Hugo's Farm has come up with the goods straight away as the point that was rolled for this. So we will position ourselves ready, and we'll take a break, and we'll be right back in a few minutes. Let's get that like that. Yeah, there we go. One more match. Chimera versus Otter. This is for the finals. Whoever wins this one is going through, baby, to the Miners playoff in the finals. I'm excited. See you in a few minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on it. And we're just watching the final setups here. And Fip, thank you very much for the biddies. I do appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much. Just remember, with my stream, I'm not earning revenue off of this specifically. What I do with any revenue that is earned is that I feed that back into the community. Once I build up a certain amount, there's a threshold each month. And once that threshold gets built up, I actually then do giveaways of, like I'll do a $100 Steam key giveaway where if you're the winner, you get you get to pick what Steam key you want, up to the value of $100 Australian. So it's probably about 30 euros and about $50 US, but you get the idea. So I do appreciate the revenue, and it goes back into the community. That's how I work. I just do this for fun, to be honest with you. That's what I'm about with this. So we're just watching the setup now. As you can see there, I'll just get across to the warm-up bloody screen and I'll do this a little bit better. A little music, the tune's going. All right, there we are. So, that's what I do. That's how I roll. So this is a big match. And as I just refresh your memory on it, what happens out of this down the bottom center there, that's round 45 we're looking at, or match setup 45. Whoever wins out of this goes through into that North American losers final on the far left of the final 6. Whoever wins out of it, goes up there. The loser, gone. Thanks for coming. Well played. See you later on. So, it's tight, isn't it? All right, we've just got the cap ready. We're just going to get back over here. Shit, I better get myself ready here on the main screen. And we're watching where we go, 120, 40. I reckon they'll go at 120. That's what I reckon. Let's see. Nothing yet. Oh, damn it. Get rid of that. Oh, I've made a boo-boo. Right at the wrong time. Right at the wrong time. All right, so whipping across the field here. A little bit of a last-minute things. You see everybody set up there from Chimera. Let's see. You see all those guys are set up. Yeah, they're going to go at the 20. Are they going to go at the... Going to go at that mark? I do not know. We'll watch. We'll get ourselves set up. Here we go across this screen. Ready on the start button. 2, 1. Is it away? Yes, it's away, ladies and gents. This is it. The last match. The last match of this particular round. The winner goes through to the finals. The loser is offered our commiserations and they're sent packing. And it's on. And the Chimera are the blue team. They are the allies. This time again, Axis are the orange team. The Otter team are the Axis. So let's see if anyone's learned anything about anything. There's an early rocket. That's an early rocket I just saw go in. And we watch this first part of play coming in here. There's another early rocket. That'd be Zach putting one in. Oh, they put him in a bit too early this time, and nobody's hitting anywhere near anybody. Everyone's running a bit slower. I don't know. Maybe they've all had a big lunch. Not really sure. Because it is Saturday afternoon in Australia, now that I've got the correct fucking day of the week. Ugh, it's been a long one. Chimera, of course, with that wave getting into the point now, and they're starting the cap weight 3-1. The ratio if you're in the circle. Rocket going in there. Nice rocket. Look at this here from Otter. If they can hold this area here. Oh, big rocket there. Just missed. Butterdog's in position. Let's see what he can pick up. He's run away the wrong way. Zach's picked him up in the back there. That wasn't a rocket from Zach before. He's shifted to machine gunner. Big grenade there from Otter. They've actually got the cap going in their favour. This is a good play. Good start from them. Really, really good work. They've got the counter shots going in now. Chimera now starting to take it back the other way. They've got that right-hand side, though, Otter. That's what they want, is that right-hand flank. The left will be fine. They can work out that later, but if they can hold this right side, they'll have that advantage here on this right-hand side. Someone's asking about the advantage of allies versus Axis, and it quite literally comes down to the fact that the circle is further north of the middle line here, so the allies can get into the circle quicker and start the cap quicker. That's the main reason. They also have more trees at the back to cover their movements and for OP placement and stuff like that. Chimera just starting to work the numbers here on this right flank. Oh, big kills from Zach. Look at this. What was I talking about, ladies and gentlemen? Someone positioned here just shreds anybody coming up that road. That's what happens. And that's it. He needs a mate, though, because he will get flanked and shot. But this is what you want when you're Otter. And the Chimera guys are struggling here with this push from Otter on that right flank. That's what I was talking about, and it's happening, and Otter are taking the advantage here. Chimera now with a big spawn wave at the back there, though, and Zach's moved. Oh, why? No, dear God, stay in position. Don't move from a fire support base. I cannot believe it. Anyway, I'll probably stop yelling. He's back on I, just repositioned himself a bit. That's not a bad spot, is it? Somehow managed to get himself onto that fence. He's shutting down the Chimera reinforcement. That's what's happening there. They do hold this right flank quite nicely here. And look at that. The spawn's in now. The spawn's in the middle. Chimera have got that. Did he get rid of his OP quick enough? Yes, he did. Max Pad will put one down now. Probably. Don't know. I can't see anything happening yet. But if he didn't pick up his OP before that, the point was capped, then they'll lose that. And see, there he is. He got it. He did. So what you got to do there, by the way, folks, if you're about to lose the cap, you'd pick up your OP as a squad leader so that when the cap turns, you don't actually have it destroyed, and then you can just place it straight back down. If you have it destroyed, then you have to wait for the respawn timer for that cap. Okay, Chimera with a bit of work to do here. Otter have learned some lessons, but they haven't. I mean, they've got people here, but there's no... Look at this. Look at all the Chimera players running happily down the road with no one shooting at them as they come up to that, because you can't shoot them from over here. No one can see them. A tremendous opportunity lost yet again by a team. Fnatic Ducks trying to get to that area. Why do you not just hold this area here? Because it's even bloody well almost on the point. Like, if we get down nice and close, that's here. That's in the circle. Oh, anyway. I think we get what I'm saying about... All right, I'd be frustrated if I was the leader of this group or that group, or, you know, both teams have done it. Every team's done it. The last 7, 8, 9 matches I've cast on this, every bloody team has left that area open. They haven't held it, you know, from the attacking side. So now Chimera happily consolidating their defensive position yet again, gradually pushing all of these players out. Oh, Pell's not looking around. Ran straight past that player. There he goes. He picked him up there. Chip's there in the zone. He'll be trying to put an OP down, but it'll be useless. He's just there. Here's Diesel. Oh, Diesel's been picked up. Chips, nice work. Heavenly will know he's there, though. Otter have been pushed back to this position yet again, and we've not seen anyone able to push out of here successfully to take the point. There's 2, 4, 6 matches that I've cast on this map. Nobody has ever been able to push out of this point to win the game. Ever. So Otter have got the odds against them at the moment. And look at this play here. Chimera have just pushed Otter out of their attacking line. Oh, Baron, no. Great shots. Mr. Cheese is going to get picked off as well. Yeah, look, there it is. Cheese has got to get himself ready. He's been missed. Cheese is going for the hip shot. Yeah, that's hard to do at that range. Baron's going to flank around. Cheese is flanking around the right. Here we go. Oh, he's putting bullets in. Baron's going to throw some grenade up. He's not got anything. He's got 1 or 2 as an infantier. He's blown up his corpse of his mates. Cheese. Oh, he's been picked off nicely there. Well done. Chimera have look at this, folks. It's happened again for Otter. They've just been pushed completely off the attack by a very, very, very good play. There's no advantage, disadvantage here stuff. We saw Otter in the point. They had an OP here. They had people all over the place. They held the wall. They were starting to cap. Everything was going in their favour. And they left this area open here, which allowed Chimera to push troops up that road and then punch out left and right and flank them and kill them. And that's it. And that's where we are right now. Otter are now in all sorts of trouble. 23 minutes to go. And a comment was made there, a timely comment, but 5 minutes from now you'll be hearing me say this. No advantage to play them out properly. I absolutely agree. Otter had the point. They had that wall there where Chimera got a defensive line. They had it. And they had the whole thing ready and they were capping it and it was going on. And, oh, dear. Yes, absolutely. So, look, Otter, all the work to do. All the work to do. You know, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Just, you know, and you know, this first one here, right now. Chimera got the machine gunners. Butterdog up in that building. As soon as this smoke fades away, Butter is going to do the thing, isn't he? And he's going to start shredding people. They've pushed Chimera out down here, but Otter Honestly, I feel like this is pushing shit uphill with the sharp stick in the rain for Otter. I really do. Because pound for pound, these two teams are pretty even, pretty equal. They are very, very equal teams. And very equal teams no matter which side they're on. There's a lot of submachine guns out there for both sides. Single shot stuff going on from both teams. They're both very good teams. But Chimera have got, well, Diesel's just been picked off at range. That's good shooting. Chimera have got the run of the play here. They've managed to cover those areas they need to cover in defence. Good little attack going on here. Bearded yet again, flanking around the side there. He's getting shot at now. You see blood spurts coming off him. Be interested to see what happens to him. Chris, JT, and Max Pad trying to push in. That's good shooting from Chris. Max Pad trying to push in, but he's out exposed there on the other side of that wall. Wouldn't be out there. Would not be out there at all. There's Bearded picked off. Oh, boom. Here we go. Look at this. As they run out, they're just getting shot to pieces. Oh, how disheartening for them. How disheartening for Otter to have just been pushed right out like this. So we'll go back down the south here and see what they can do. This is where their new play will have to come in from. But with 21 minutes left to go, I feel like Chimera learnt the lessons of the first two matches and they just really executed well in this third one, figuratively and literally executed. And now they're in a very, very strong position. It looks like Otter is still trying to push up to that top side of map there. You can see they're running all the numbers up there. They're not getting any traction down south. I don't know. I'm interested for chat. 20 minutes to go. Which flank would you push on? So east flank is what we're looking at right now. That's this here. Would you push east flank or west flank if you were Otter? Would you do both? Would you feint and then push somewhere else? Would you do a three squad jobby? What would you do? What would you do, chat, if you were Otter right now? How are they going to win this back from Chimera? Because they've got themselves up to this tank, but there's nowhere to go there. There's nowhere to go because Chimera have got a firing line of a 100-meter firing line, just shooting all the different angles. Visor just trying to get it. Chris JT picked off. Fanatic Duck tries to dodge that fire and he goes up the other side and gets picked off there. It's, here's a medic. That's got to make Blue Rose Jelly happy. Sheep God coming out. Medic time. Rockets going in. Sheep God trying to put out that smoke and get, there's nobody to pick up anymore. They're all dead. But look at the firing line. Let's fly over this firing line again from Chimera. It is such a good defensive line, ladies and gents. And they've done so very well to get this like this. So this is what we're looking at here. As we sweep across this firing line, you can see there that oh, that's a tree. Fucking tree. Go on, tree. Get out of it. Are you kidding me? Stupid tree. Look at the firing line. Look at the position they've got. Backbone now setting up the MG. He's a bit exposed there, to be honest, though. Probably use that bush that he's got next to him a little bit better. Get ourselves around, have a look over this way a little bit. Here's some of these guys. These guys are shooting left and right at everybody they can see. It is a sniper's paradise here. There's no recon squads, but if you're good with the single-shot rifle, you certainly, you'd be farming some kills. Machine gun fire coming in. Let's go up and have a look at... Oh, that guy's been picked off in his building. There you go. There's machine gun fire from JFK coming back across here, trying to close this down quite nicely. They are trying this push up here, but I am keen to hear what chat has to say about which flank you would try and push in from, or whether you do both flanks at the same time, and what sort of squad roles you would have. And we're all armchair commanders. Let's get those armchair commands out there and see what you would do differently to what we're seeing here, because right now Otter could use some divine guidance to get this push through. Visor and Chris JT are actually going to get this flank. Are they? Look at this. They've got plenty of space out here. Nah, they're getting picked off again. There's just too good the defense there from Chimera. No matter which angle you take, they've got numbers on you. And Chimera now pushing on that western flank. You can see they're pushing out into the attack and cleaning up the Otter guys as well. We're not even halfway through here, folks, but I'm pretty close to calling this one, unfortunately, for Otter. They've got to do something miraculous, and they're not showing it at the moment. Zach out in the middle of the field. He's just going to get picked off, as he just did, by Jaeger, who's pushed that right flank. Sheep God's picked up by Hidden in Shadows, who's hidden in smoke. He needs to change his... Not so hidden anymore. There's bits of him everywhere. All right. Shep picked off from range. But, yeah, look, this is one of those things, isn't it? Now the whole attack sort of bogged down. This bottom flank here is stopped. Oh, there's a sneaky OP. Hey, here we go. Whoever that is that got that OP up, they need to hold that. Pell's run past it, not even aware of it. Nick and Co. This is a great little play here, folks. Yeah, there we go. There we go. This is what we wanted to see from Otter. Oh, they're just pushing into that defensive line now. 2 kills already from Butterdog and Cow. All right, but Chips has managed to sneak an OP, and this is a good little play here. Big trouble here for Chimera. That's what you got to do, folks. I don't know what happened to the Chimera defense, but it disappeared, and now they're in trouble. Mav shot down as well. Big trouble here for Chimera. Scriptures around the back. Mr. Cheese starting to come in. Now we're getting excited, folks. 16 minutes to go, and Otter have got to run on. They've got to run on this western flank. Mr. Cheese looking out. He's picked off one. Script is still alive. That OP is still viable, I'm pretty sure. It's just over there between us and Cow, near that smoke. Although I think Cow might have picked it off. Or KO, whatever, fuck. We'll bear with a K. He's picked it off with the rocket. So Scripture's it. An assault rifleman is all that's left on this flank. Chimera, though, have had a little bit of a heart attack just then, and they've sent half a dozen people out here. Scripture's going to pick him off. Bam, Mav's down. Butterdog now knows there's someone there. Scriptures run early, though. Bam, trade off, and that's the end of that attack. Oh, that was a good little run there from Otter, but they didn't get that OP forward further, and KO managed... oh, God, yawns. KO managed to pick off the OP. There you go. So that was exciting. A little bit of a moment there. And yeah, good to see chat's helping us out with the explanations of stuff there about how this works, how the sides are picked and stuff like that. But right now, it's really irrelevant whether you're allies or Axis. This is just fanatical defense from Chimera. Some really good, interesting little plays. Here's a big push, though, on the eastern flank now. This is so Zach's gone spray and pray. It's not viable. It's really not viable, a spray and pray. I'm sorry. I don't do it. I do deliberate fire. They're all pushing up. They're all on the tank. They're all on the tank right now. Yeah, one good rocket. One good rocket. Look at him getting picked off. That is KO and Heavenly picking him off from way down there. Oh, wow. Wow. Yes, this Chimera defense is just so brutal right now. Look at that. Almost all the Otter guys are dead for 1 or 2 kills at best of the Chimera team. Zach now in the open. Bam, he's gone. This is third game, of course. And this is the one that either team has to win to get through. So it's very much looking at the moment like it's going to go Chimera's way. Going to take a quick drink. So what do you do? I mean, you know, that's the problem, isn't it? We've just talked about it a couple of times. What do you do if you are the Otter team right now? Look at the screen. Look at the screen. And the point, remember, the point is there on the top right, and there is not a single orange player for anywhere in the middle of the screen. So Chimera are pushing out off of their attack line. Sorry, off of their defense line. The defense line. Goodness gracious me. This is just a phenomenal response from Chimera to losing that first round. Look how far out they are. They're going to be 150, 200 meters away from the point. What is that? It's 170 out here. That's how far we are. This is, I mean, shit, we're almost, look at this. Look at this line. How far out it is. This is where, these two areas here are where Otter can spawn in from. They're pushed back off of everything. They're right back in it. Yeah, I just can't see it. Guys, I'm sorry to say, I just can't see Otter coming. I just can't see Otter coming in. Great comments there. I was just watching Blue, perfect, straight down the middle through the open field. No one would expect that. This is fair. And that's where Otter are right now. They have, I'm not saying they should run across the middle of the open field, by the way. They have to do something radical because they've tried this multiple times and they just keep getting trimmed to pieces. They've tried down there and it worked a couple of times, but they just couldn't consolidate it. Maybe 3 squads down there. Maybe 3 squads down there. But right now, they're on the back foot. This is kind of where Chimera was in the first round. They're on the back foot. They can't do anything. They're literally running in 1s and 2s across the field here. This is the problem with how teams often play. The 1s and 2s across the field here. I mean, they're spread out as a squad, sure, but where's the fire support pace is the important part. JFK here is the only fire support pace on this side. Steak Fries is trying to do it as well. These guys need to be picking off the Chimera gang, or at least keeping their heads down. They're keeping their heads down while the rest of the squads move up, and it's just not happening. And now, I mean, Chimera, look at this. Look at this. Look how far in they are. They're right up on the OP. This OP, they just completely shut down the attack here. It's just done. It's just done. The only area that, I mean, they're right on the line. They're allowed to be here. But there you go. That's the rocket on the point. Now they've only got the garrison around the back. 10 minutes, 11 minutes to go. 11 minutes to go. And Otto have very few people on the battlefield right now. So clearly they don't know what to do. They do not know what to do here. This is tough. Yeah, it is tough. So what would I do? Maybe that's what I should say. What would I do? If I was in this position, it's got to be all 3 squads right now somewhere, probably down here, and just clean out the Chimera guys and get back your ground that you lost here. And then start a distraction up this way and make sure there's some Chimera players get redeployed back up here, and then do a 3 squad surge down here with like 6 or 8 smoke players and push it through here and get a squad around here. I think we can go here. Yeah, get a squad into here. That's what I'd be doing. I think you could do it, but it'd have to be coordinated closely, and your team would have to be very responsive and able to follow that lead. Whether or not the teams are good enough to do that is, I'll leave that to others to judge on whether or not a team has the coordination to achieve that. But yeah, I'd clean Chimera out of your spawn points down the bottom there, so you can actually get forward into this area here. That's the first step. Then send a distracting force up here again, around the back here, and start putting some fire support in up here and annoy the Chimera guys. And then do a smoke squad push down here where just about everyone has smoke, and you protect your squad leaders to get OPs up. And that's and get forward, somebody would get forward. It's almost like a World War I rush down there. That's about all you could do right now at this point in time in this game with this layout and the options on the table for the commander of the Otter team. That's my personal opinion. Agree or disagree, that is what I would be doing. If it failed, I'd be like, well, you know what, we fucking tried. For Otter right now, they can't even do anything right now. They're sort of a piecemeal. They got 1s and 2s, little bits and pieces everywhere. I just don't see the coordination. So there's no squad movement around the back here. There's just lots of people doing stuff and trading. And trades, you can't do trade with 8 minutes to go in this position. You cannot be doing trades. You need to be surging. Here's a bit of a surge. All right. So, the battle's not over, folks. I'm not saying it's over, but God, it's not looking real good for Otter. It's not looking good at all for Otter. And of course, chat's 5 minutes old and the stream's 5 minutes old. So folks have been watching this now for a good 5 to 10 minutes and going, fuck, what can Otter actually do? Yeah, I think this is going to go Chimera's way, which of course is going to be very exciting for them. They get through into the finals, and it'll be commiserations for Otter, I think. But let's not give up on Otter yet. They're no slumps. They are absolutely no slumps, but they are spread out too far at the moment. Here's the push down south. This is a good. But look at the kill rate, though, of Goose and KO. They're just picking everybody off. How they're doing that without someone shooting them. There we go. That's better. Bit of fire support discipline there from Scripture. He's put some fire support in while Hagrid was moving up on the outside. That's what I've not seen enough of from Otter in this particular round. I don't know. They were definitely showing this in the first round and in the second, but in the third round, they've dropped their bundle a little bit they were rattled, I think, with the way Chimera just absolutely shut down. They had the point. Otter could have captured that And Chimera just went bam and shut them down real quick and just slaughtered them. And I don't really know how that happened, but it did. It was good play, obviously. There's no question. But it's, you know, here's the push, but they're not getting the foot, 1 foot on the ground. I talk about this all the time. You have, like right now, Scripture holds position, Fanatic, Duck, and Hagrid push forward. They don't know Cow's there, of course. But there, he's seen him. So Fanatic Duck knows someone's around the corner right now, but he's... I don't understand. Here we go. There we go, Scripture. Now Scripture holds position here or there, wherever, I don't care, and gets the rest of the squad to move up to him, and then they move in 1s and 2s. You know, so you have 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot static while the other foot's moving. It's like rock climbing, almost. You have one anchor point while other parts are moving, and then you anchor the other parts and you move the old one and so on. And so that's, you do it in bounds. I mean, there's all sorts of things. I'm clearly military though, so I know this shit back to front, and that's how I sort of implement that stuff into the game. But it's you know, it's definitely not shown here from Otter. We've got 6 minutes left, folks, but the only place they've even looked like starting to pressure is here, and they're just not throwing numbers at it. I don't know what they're doing up the top there. They're not getting anywhere up there. Relocate your team. Dear oh dear. All right, having a quick drink. There we go. Hagrid picked off as well. Scripture knows someone there though. He's held position. This is good. There's not enough of him up. Oh, he's just been picked off, unfortunately. Pell's just too good, isn't he? Yeah, and we've got a few comments there coming up about different things. Yeah, and you know, it is of course, we are armchair generals here, ladies and gents. I have this lovely panoramic view, but you know, I do the same thing no matter what in this type of environment when I'm pushing a point and stuff. I do a surge somewhere to take back some ground, then I distract somewhere else, and then I would do a mad push somewhere. And so I've picked, after watching a bunch of this fight over Hugo's farm, if you're coming from the right hand side here, the bottom of the map, I definitely say that if you can't get up to where Caledonius is, you've definitely got to push down here, and that's your only real chance. If you can get over where Caledonius is, then own the shit out of that area there, as we've talked about a couple of times. But it is it is lovely to be able to sit back in this lovely big camera and watch what's going on and say, oh, we push here and push there and so on. But I've definitely seen, if I was a squad leader on the ground here and I was watching us get slaughtered over and over and over again, I'd be reconsidering my life choices and talking to the commander about that, because clearly nobody gets through up here. Just nobody. But Chimera now are just shutting this down. They're closing it off. They've pushed right out. There is, there is an option up here to the bottom of the screen now because there's no defenders there. But as soon as you throw bodies up there, Chimera are just going to put people on the right and shoot at you or get you from the buildings or whatever. So it's just going to be the same thing. I mean, they're just throwing rockets in now to fucking wake you up a little bit. Chimera need to make sure they don't do anything silly now, and they will win this. 3:56 to go. They will win this and go through to the finals, and Otter will lose. Megagoon doing the blue run across the field. Good on him. Anything's worth a go right now. But yeah, this is a comprehensive victory in the third round after, look, two incredible first matches today. The first two battles were just brilliant. You couldn't want more at this level of comp, at this stage in the tournament, than what we saw in those first two matches. Disappointing for the OTTR fans, of course, the third match here, which has clearly gone all Chimera's way, except for that first 5 minutes, which was just a lost opportunity. So they'd feel a bit disheartened by that, but please, ladies and gents, don't. If I was in the Otter team, I'd feel a bit disheartened, but at the same time, if I look back on how we played today, if I was in Otter, I could hold my head high knowing that I played my guts out in it, the first two matches definitely, and then the third match, whatever happened, happened. A really, really good fight. They did bring the kitchen sink to the party in those battles, and Chimera have had to work hard through this whole match, the whole three matches, to actually come up with a victory. It has been it has cost them a lot of blood, a lot of sweat, a lot of stress. So there it is. So what we will see out of this is we will see Chimera go through to those finals and play off for the losers position. The losers finals, I think they called it, which is a bit harsh, but whatever. It is what it is, isn't it? And they've done pretty well this season across different comps, and so well done to them to getting to that point. And we will farewell OTTR as of this battle. They're not going to be able to crack into the point now. Remember, there's still 2 minutes left or 150 left. If the point's contested in the last second, it's still overtime, but at the moment they're not going to get across there. It's definitely not happening. So great games today though, folks. I really have enjoyed it. I'm sweating a lot, definitely sweating a lot in these battles. So we might have a quick look here as we finish off at who the players are, what we've got there. And you can see there the numbers that we have for different players on the teams. Brainless, of course, sitting up there in the commander spot, didn't actually use any of the commander stuff or anything like that. And they're your three squads. They're the only players that are on the field, and the same on the other team as well. I don't know which person actually is the commander of each side. Usually it's VK for Chimera, but I don't see him there today, so I'll be keen to see who actually was the commander on the day. But some great numbers there again from the teams and the different players. Well done to everybody there. We're looking here. We've got 47 seconds left. So there you go. At this stage, I would just say, yeah, we're done. So just fight it out to the finish. All done. So we might just pop ourselves back across to the other screen. That one there. Get the music up. And get the tab screen on, and we'll pop across here. And folks, so I'm calling that as it is. Congratulations for the Chimera team. Commiserations for the OTTR guys. We've lost the timer. It'll be finished in 10 seconds according to my clock over the side there. I'll just make sure you're actually seeing that. Good game, well played. There it is, called there. Good game's gone. Thanks very much. Ladies and gentlemen, well done to Chimera. And again, as I said, commiserations to the OTTR guy. So there we go. That is the end of today's comp. Chimera go through. We'll get rid of the main screen. We will pull up the head. There it is. Glorious face there on the camera. So we see Chimera go through, and they will play the loser of 47, so ESPT or OPBHB, whoever lost that. Now, Chimera lost to OPBHB to get themselves delegated to the lower bracket. So if OPBHB lose up there in 47, it'll be a grudge match from Chimera's perspective. So yeah, there we go. All right, that's it, folks. Well done. I'm glad you all joined me for this. I have been your host, Noppers. I'm going to quit out of that. I'm going to go and see if there's someone for us to raid. We'll just get that horrible screen going there. Got this stupid background, either bright white or bright orange, isn't it? We'll just check our Twitch and see who's around, and we'll raid them. And I really do appreciate everybody coming and joining me. Thanks very much for being here, and I do hope you enjoy my streaming. Let's see who's around on Hell Let Loose. Click on that. We'll see if there's another match going on. No, there's not. All right, so we're not going to raid anyone. There's no one around that I actually know at the moment. So thanks very much for watching. I appreciate you joining me. I look forward to streaming again. There might be some going on next weekend for me. We will see what happens. It's anyone's game at the moment. HCA's back up and running. 18s are up. I'm looking forward to maybe getting the Chimera game again. We'll see. It is Saturday. I'm going to bid you adieu for now, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.